Hi, let's talk about why working your core is different during pregnancy. So first off, core, not just our six-pack abs, it's really 360-degree canister, diaphragm at the top, pelvic floor at the bottom, TA, deep abdominal muscle that wraps around, and spinal stabilizers that run up the back. They need to work together to manage the pressure in that system. Now, we've got a baby in there. It's putting extra pressure outwards on the front of that system, also putting extra pressure downward in that system into that pelvic floor. So right off the bat, without doing anything, that system is a little bit out of whack, right? So it's extra important that during pregnancy, we can work as much as possible to manage that pressure so that the pressure is not escaping out in ways where we're naturally weakest. So the front of our abdomen, we don't want to be continuously adding extra pressure here. Potentially could make any separation of the abdominal muscles, diastases, a little bit worse or harder to recover from, potentially. So we don't want to add extra there. We also don't want to be bearing down into our pelvic floor to find stability. That can lead to things like prolapse of the uterus, vagina, or rectum, where those organs start to fall out. Again, I don't say this to scare you, but we want to be mindful of how we're managing that extra pressure with this new body, a baby in there. So what do we do? Where do we want that pressure to go? We want it to come up into that rib cage. That rib cage can take that extra pressure, and then we're going to exhale it out through our mouth. So when we are engaging that core during pregnancy, we're thinking inhale, expand, relax pelvic floor, and then to engage the core, we're going to start from the bottom. You're going to lift pelvic floor up, squeezing the front, squeezing the back. Think about hugging baby in and then up into that rib cage. As you fully exhale all your air out, that rib cage can handle that pressure. It's meant to manage that pressure. Everything's up and in nice and tight. On the inhale, exhale, relax, let it out. So if you are pregnant, I am not, you should visibly see, hang on, I just added a baby. So if you are pregnant, farther along, you should visually see a change in where baby and belly is sitting. It's not going to be perfect when I show you here, but if we're exhale, this is relaxed. When we engage, we're going to pull in. I've never actually done this before, and up. So imagine my shirt is my skin, engaging my muscles in and up. Baby belly will physically move in and up. You're not squishing baby, you're not hurting baby, but we want to make sure, are we engaging that right? Good. In and up. If you see any sort of pooching or doming or bubbling along the, or coning or doming along the midline here, that's pressure going out in a place we don't want it. Remember, we want to bring it up. We want to bring it up and into that rib cage. We don't want to push it down. We don't want it to bulge out the front.